Krishna, everyone. Welcome back to yet another episode of Pariprashna. So, Pariprashna is a weekly podcast series wherein we are making a very humble attempt to share ancient wisdom for modern people. So, the scripture that we are currently discussing is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We have already discussed 11 chapters in the previous 11 episodes. I hope that you have already watched them. If you have not, we have left a playlist link in the description. So, kindly check them out. So today we are about to get into chapter number 12, a very sweet chapter titled Bhakti Yoga. So usually we are all very familiar with Ashtakams. Ashtakam is a song composed of 8 verses wherein various devotees are glorifying the Supreme Lord. Be it Damodara Ashtakam, Jagannath Ashtakam, Madhura Ashtakam, Sachisuta Ashtakam, like this there are so many. But did you know that there is a special Ashtakam where Lord Krishna is glorifying the qualities of his devotees that are very dear to him, Bhaktashtakam. So hopefully by the end of today's discussion, we will all get a fair idea as to what are these wonderful qualities that are so dear to the Lord and how we can also imbibe these qualities and become dear to Krishna. So without further ado, let us continue inquiring from His Grace Kamala Lochan Prabhu. So Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
So Prabhu, right in the beginning, you gave us a bird's eye view, an overview of the whole Bhagavad Gita, wherein you told us the first 6 chapters is predominantly discussing Karma Yoga. The middle 6 chapters, which is very important, discusses primarily Bhakti Yoga, and the last 6 chapters deals with Jnana Yoga. So when all the middle 6 chapters are talking about Bhakti Yoga, why is this particular chapter, chapter 12, especially titled Bhakti Yoga?
So the middle 6 chapters are talking about pure devotional service, that is Bhakti Yoga.
Mhm.
And though Bhakti Yoga has been discussed in the 7th chapter, 9th chapter, 10th chapter, and 11th chapter, specifically this 12th chapter is called Bhakti Yoga because in this the qualities of the devotees are described. So since the qualities of the devotees are described, which are a natural outcome of bhakti, that is why this chapter is known as Bhakti Yoga. In the other chapters, Krishna's opulences, which develop bhakti, are discussed. Pashyame Yogameshwaram. And also the 4 verses, which talks about Krishna's the source of everything, that has been discussed. So in one sense, those chapters for bhakti. Deepana means the cause for pure devotional service. So what is that pure devotional service? That exactly is described in the 9th chapter, that is Manmana Bhavat Bhakta. That verse. Now the question arises, how to do that bhakti? And what are the symptoms of a person who is performing bhakti? That is specifically dealt in the 12th chapter. That is the reason we have this 12th chapter called the Bhakti Yoga. What all indications are given, like Maya Saktamana Partha in the 7th chapter. Then also in the 9th chapter, then you have Manmana Bhava Bhakta. So there are indications of pure bhakti, pure devotional service in those chapters. Even in the 10th chapter, you have Bhajante, Buddha, Bhajante Mam, Bhava Samannita. But an elaborate description only on bhakti and the symptoms of a bhakta, pure devotee, that is being dealt in the 12th chapter. That is why this is called Bhakti Yoga in specific.
Okay, very nice. So although Bhaktashtakam comes towards later part of this chapter, the chapter starts by way of Arjuna questioning Krishna. He's basically describing 2 parts and asking Krishna which one is better. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yukta ye bhaktas tvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which is considered to be more perfect, those who are properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman the unmanifested. So, what are these two paths that Arjuna is asking Krishna about? Which one is better, Prabhu?
So the question is very clear,
Mm-hmm.
where Arjuna is asking a step-by-step process of realizing Krishna and a direct process of realizing Krishna, to be very simple and straightforward.
Mm.
एवं सतुक्ताय भक्तास्त्वां परिपासते ये चाप्यक्षरम् अव्यक्तं तेषां के योगित्तमा. So the first part where Arjuna is asking the first line is direct devotional service. Mhm. Direct devotional service to Krishna, where the obstacles in the path of attaining Krishna, they are destroyed immediately or very easily. And it is a simple process and also a natural process. Now, this process is described in the Vedas also, in many places, bhakti. And there is other process called jnana, where one first understands that he's not the body, spirit, soul, and then he starts meditating on the impersonal feature of the Lord, and gradually, over a period of time, he becomes free from the obstacles, and ultimately, he has to attain Krishna. To be very dramatic in describing the two processes, if somebody asks you where is the nose, simple way is the nose.
Right.
Otherwise, what? Like this. So, which is better? That is his
Straightforward.
question. That
Okay.
is his question. What is better? Which is better?
Okay. But Prabhu, you said one is a direct method, the other is a step-by-step indirect method. However, the goal for both are the same, is it?
Both are same. That is why Krishna, while answering this thing, he first talks about about the direct method. And then in the third and the fourth verse, he talks about the indirect method. Ye chapyakshana anirdesham avyaktam paripasate sarvatra achintyam cha kutastam achalandruvam tanyen mendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhaya te prapnuvanti mameva. Ultimately, mameva will attain me only. So, since you asked this question, you should know, in spite of there is a direct, simple method, why some people try to take the indirect method? The reason is very simple. The reason is simplicity of the heart. If somebody is simple in their heart, simple process. Somebody has got complications in their heart, it is complicated process. As simple as that. Not everybody is very simple. Yes, Krishna, you are Supreme Lord, I surrender to you. Not everybody would say that. Like, why I should surrender? I'll control my senses by own will. I'll do this, I'll do this. They have some ahankara. Okay. Krishna accommodates them also. You do. Ultimately, you have to come to me only. That's the reason.
So, Prabhu, what is that goal, ultimate goal?
Ultimate goal is love Krishna. Simple. Te prapnuvanti mameva. Attaining Krishna. Attaining Krishna means attaining your relationship with Krishna. What kind of relation you have Krishna? That is, you have Shant Rasa, Dasi Rasa, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Which rasa you have with Krishna? The attainment of the relationship with Krishna, the rasa with Krishna. Yeah.
Okay. But however, although you said ultimate goal is the same, looks like the immediate goal for impersonalism is not very pleasing, which Krishna himself is saying, Klesho dhikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadbhir avapyate. So the gati, the goal of the impersonalist, that is of dukkha, and the path, the sadhana, the process is also klesha, it is filled with obstacles. So what is that immediate goal for impersonalists?
So the immediate goal for the impersonalist is to realize that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, number one. Number two, when I am not this body and spirit soul, what is the nature of spirit soul? That is spiritual. So what is the spiritual substance? That is impersonal Brahman. That is the next goal. So when they realize the impersonal Brahman, at that time, by fortune, they have some association of a devotee. Then they realize this impersonal Brahman is nothing but the bodily effulgence of Krishna. So te prapnuvanti mameva. But the process is very difficult. What is the reason? Very, very simple reason. You cannot meditate on something which is formless. So that is the first difficulty they have. And also, they try to control the senses without getting some taste, without some activity. The senses require activity. When you are in devotion, you control your senses by serving the Lord actively in engaging your senses. Whereas in impersonal realization, the senses are made to artificially subdued. So that's not only very difficult, but also dangerous. That is why klesho adhikataras tesham avyaktasaka. Klesha is not just only in difficulty, but it is also in danger. There's a lot of danger in it. So ultimately, these are the difficulties. Why? The major difficulty is to concentrate on something which is invisible. So to concentrate on the soul, which is not visible to you, that is going to be a big, tough challenge. That is the.
Okay. So, say somebody succeeded in impersonal worship, they have attained Brahman realization. What next for them? What is that bridge between impersonal realization and them ultimately taking up bhakti?
So, we have Brahman realization. This Brahman realization is going to transform into realizing the Supreme Lord, who is full of qualities, only by the association of devotees. Only by the association of devotees. But even that Brahman without qualities also has some qualities. What are they? Anirdeshyam, avyaktam, sarvagata, achintyam, sarvatragam, achintyam, kudastam, achalam, dhruvam. 7 qualities are mentioned about the qualityless Brahman. So, what is the meaning of these qualities? Anirdeshyam, which cannot be described by even Veda. But they base the descriptions of Brahman on Veda. Avyaktam, it is not having any distinctive qualities. That is why it is not Vyakta. It is not, it doesn't have any qualification or qualities by which you can identify. You identify an object by qualities. So this Brahman doesn't have qualities, so it cannot be identified. That is why it is avyakta. It cannot be perceived. And it sarvatragam. Sarvatragam. It is manifest everywhere. It is all pervading. So you cannot say this is Brahman, this is not Brahman. It is all pervading, including yourself. So just see how difficult even to understand what I'm saying. Not to speak of trying to meditate and realize what is being said here. Achityam cha. So you have to contemplate something which is uncontemplatable. You cannot think about it. It is beyond your mind. Then also kutastam. Kutastam. This word, and that is kutastam. So you are in the false world and trying to realize something real. That's very, very strange, very difficult. And kutastam, achalam dhruvam. Achalam, it is Atma is unchanged. It doesn't change. Dhruvam, it is eternal. So for those who are striving to find out what is this qualities, difficulty. The another difficulty is to even study the Upanishads, to digest the meaning of the Upanishads. That is also another difficulty. That there's many great difficulties. Then and contemplating the Atma, meditating on it, which cannot be meditated upon. You can meditate only on something which has qualities.
Mm.
So in this way, there are so many difficulties. On the other hand, when Krishna, who is a Brahman, who has all the transcendental qualities, it is very easy. It is he can realize without undergoing much difficulties. Why? Because of the mercy which is received through the spiritual master. So naturally, just by serving the spiritual master and hearing the spiritual master, whether he understands or doesn't understand, he is totally dependent on the mercy of the Lord. So, even though Krishna is also difficult to understand, but his mercy makes him realize it. That is why Yasya Deve Para Bhaktir Yata Deve Tata Guru Tasyaiti Katyaiti Artha Prakashanti Mahatmana. These are words in the Upanishads. This is a mantra in the Upanishad, which talks about mercy. Katyayati Artha Prakashanti Mahatmana. So, Para Bhakti. So now this Jnanis who recommend Upanishads, the same Upanishads talks about this. What is it? Bhakti. The same Upanishad also talks about I am Atma Prashanabhya, Namedasha, Nabhunashtena, Mevaisha Vunate. Only when Krishna chooses, whom will he choose? The person chooses who loves him. So Krishna chooses the person who loves him. So a devotee who loves Krishna, for him, Krishna chooses him to reveal himself. That is the understanding. That is why it is easy. On the other hand, other things are very difficult.
Okay. So going forward, Krishna is glorifying bhakti and saying, Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samuddharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. For one who worships me, giving up all his activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, who has fixed his mind upon me, O son of Pruta, for him I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So, Prabhu, there is this image, a very beautiful picture where there is a devotee who is drowning in the samsara sagara. He's raising both his hands, and Krishna comes on the back of Garuda and he's picking up this devotee right from the middle of the ocean. So, the beauty of bhakti is that we don't even have to strive to reach the shore. Even while we are in the middle, we simply have to raise our hands and call out to Krishna, perform bhakti the way Krishna is describing here, and Krishna is literally lifting us up. So, how can this mercy of Krishna, can you please elaborate on this?
So we once discussed about it in 8th chapter where Krishna says to Arjuna, one who thinks of me at the time of death, Antakale cha mameva swaram muktva kalevaram prayata samadbhavam yati nastatya samshayaha. So one who thinks of me at the time of death, he comes to me. Actually, comes to me, that is more emphasized. It is not that he comes to me, I will come and take him. Aham samuddharta. So the devotee doesn't have to go to Krishna. Krishna comes and delivers the devotee. Just have to do bhakti, that's all. Now, Ramayana, very interesting to remember Ramayana in this. Sita did not go to Ram. Ram came to Sita and got married to her. When Ravana took Sita, it is not Sita who came to Ram. Ram did he faced all the difficulties. He crossed over the ocean, fought with Ravana, killed the Sainya, killed Ravana, and then accepted Sita. He took Sita. Tesham aham samuddharta. Krishna personally comes and delivers the devotee. So what did Sita do to get Ram? Sita was just doing two things. Mother Sita, she was just crying in separation from Rama. Constantly crying. To the extent Sita was crying in separation from Ram, Lord Ram was also crying in separation from Sita. Just see, your cry for Krishna will make Krishna cry for you. That is the potency of cry for Krishna. Number two, that is bhakti. Bhakti means actually cry. Bhakti means love. They cannot be love without tears. Uh, they cannot be love without tears. Wherever there is love, there is tears. The baby cries. Why? Because the baby loves the mother. You cannot, they are inseparable. And then what Sita did, when Ravana came and told Sita, hey Sita, you get married to me. Forget about Ram, you get married to me. I'll make Mandodari your Dasi. I'll make you the queen. I'll do this. I'll give this thing to you. So many allurements were given by Ravana to Sita. What did Sita do? She just said no to all the allurements. Well, who is Ravana for us? Our mind. The mind gives you, if you buy this, you'll be happy. If you eat this, you'll be happy. If you watch this movie, you'll be happy. These are all the allurements given. So all these allurements, which if somebody just says no to all the allurements which the mind gives, then Lord Ram comes and then takes the devotee. So two things, cry for Lord Ram, cry for Krishna, and then all the allurements which the mind is giving you, supplying you, just say no, go on saying no. So if you do that, Krishna personally comes and delivers the devotee, as much as the Lord personally came and delivered.
What a hot touching description. Very nice, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, already you have explained to us the yoga ladder, how karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, dhyana yoga. Ultimately, the topmost rung on that ladder was bhakti yoga. But now Krishna here is going to explain to us bhakti yoga ladder. Within bhakti yoga also there are different gradations. So he says, what is the topmost bhakti? That is in 8th shloka, he is describing Mayyeva mana adhatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva ata urdvam na samshayah. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. So, Prabhu, please let's start from the topmost, and then Krishna says, if you can't do this, then do this. Then we will take it one by one.
Okay, there are 4 verses. A small correction in your question. This Bhakti Yoga ladder, there is a ladder. There is Karma Yoga, there is Dhyana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. This ladder is not within Bhakti Yoga because Karma Yoga is also Bhakti. As soon as you say Yoga, it means Bhakti.
Right.
Jnana Yoga is also Bhakti. But Bhakti Yoga is also Bhakti. Bhakti Yoga means pure devotional service.
Yes.
Karma Yoga means karma mixed with Bhakti.
Yes, sir.
This was also Bhakti, but it is mixed with karma. So in these, the first 2 verses talk about Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti. The other 2 verses talk about Karma Mishra Bhakti or Karma Yoga. Okay. Which has got Jnana Yoga within it. Okay. So, he gives 4 options. Now, the best thing to do is love Krishna. 8th verse talks about it. That is called Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti means where you are completely in love with Krishna. So, the 8th verse talks about Mayyeva manadastva mayi buddhim niveshasya mayyeva athurdham na samshayaha. So, this verse talks about the gopis. So, gopis are constantly thinking of Krishna. Even though they see some other bird or object, they think of Krishna. They see the clouds and then say, oh, Krishna, because the clouds are the same color as Krishna. They see a crow, and it says the crow tells the crow, crow, oh, you're going towards Mathura, please speak to your friend. Hey, how is he, Krishna, my friend? Because you're also black, he's also black. So their mind is totally engrossed in Krishna to such an extent that they are meditating. One gopi asks, what are you meditating on? I am trying to forget Krishna by meditation, but still it is not possible. So this verse talks about the gopi state of mind. Maya mana adhastva mayi buddhim niveshaya. Their buddhi is engrossed in Krishna. What is the work of intelligence? It goes on giving you ideas of how to enjoy. But the gopis, their buddhi is in Krishna. They always think of giving enjoyment to Krishna. Even in their extreme suffering in separation from Krishna, they tell Krishna that we are not bothered about suffering. We are only worried about your enjoyment. If you are able to, if you are happy seeing our suffering, that suffering will be your happiness. Hmm? So that is the state of the gopis' consciousness. My buddhi nimeshya, nivasashyati mayeva. They live only for Krishna. What is the state of the gopis' mind? Krishna told gopis, hey, if you are suffering so much in separation from me, if you have genuine love for me in my separation, you could have given up your body. I would have died. Then the gopis say, if we give up our body, whom will you come and see? When you come to Vraj and you see that we are all gone, you will suffer. We know that. So we are just living so that you will be happy. Whenever you come, at least you will see us. So Nivashashiti Mayeva, they are holding their breath only for the sake of Krishna, because Krishna told the gopis when he went, I want to come back. Nivashashiti Mayeva. Atha urdhvam na samshayaha. There is nothing urdhvam beyond this. That means there is nothing beyond the gopis' love for Krishna. Now, how many of us can immediately come to the state like the gopis had for Krishna? Not possible.
Right.
But still, that is the state we have to reach. So Krishna says, if you are not like gopis, you attain the state of the gopis by what? Abhyasa. By practice of pure devotional service. Or sadhana bhakti. 8th verse talks about the sadhya bhakti. Sadhya means perfection, prayojana. And the 9th verse talks about the process by which you attain the sadhya. The process is called sadhana bhakti, which is also pure devotional service. Pure devotional service has got 3 stages. Sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and the prema bhakti. So bhava and prema are described in the 8th verse. Okay. But to attain that bhava and prema, you require, you just cannot be like that. So if you are not like that, athachittam samadhatum, if your chitta, your mind is not like that, then what do you do? Abhyasa yogena tato mahamichaktum dhananjaya. You practice abhyasa yoga, that means sadhana bhakti. By practice of sadhana bhakti, you will develop a desire to attain me. That is called sadhana. Abhyasa yogena. Repeat. Hearing, Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Sparanam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedana. So these are the 9. Of course, it expands to 64 in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So then, if you practice this thing, then you will develop that attachment, what is being described in the 8th verse. Now, somebody may say, I am not in that stage of practicing sadhana bhakti 24 hours a day. I cannot do that. I am not in that state of mind. It's not easy for me. Then Krishna says, okay, abhyasye samarthosi. If you are not able to practice pure devotional service in the form of sadhana, abhyasye samarthosi, mat karma, you work for me. Madartai karmani kurvam siddhimapsi. By practice, by working for me. According to your tendency, what is it? Kayena vacha manasendriya vruddhyatmana va prakriti svabhava karomi yajjat sakalam parasmai narayana eti samana. According to your svabhava. If you like singing, sing for me. If you like cooking, cook for me. If you like construction, construct a temple for me. So whatever is your nature, and you do it for me. Then what happens? Your mind becomes steady. Because for Abhyasa Yoga, Sadhana Bhakti, your mind should be very stira. But because you have fickle mind, use that fickle mind, which is because of your nature, to do some service. Mat karma paramo bhava. By doing so, you will attain siddhi. You will be able to engross your mind totally in my beautiful form, engross your mind in my qualities, and take part in my pastimes. So that is the power of karma yoga. Karma yoga is at two levels.
Mm-hmm.
One is working for Krishna, another is offering the results to Krishna. So, working for Krishna, the highest level of karma yoga is described in the 10th verse. Now comes Ataitat asakto asamarthosi asaktosi kartumud yogamashritah sarvakarma phalatyagat tatak kuru yatatmavan. No, how can I come to temple every day and then run the Govindas or manage some sweet stall or shoe stall and do some administration? Or how can I do that coming to temple every day? It's not possible. No, for the temple to run, you require money. So what do? You work and give money to Krishna. Sarva karma phala tyagat. So by doing so, what happens? You will detachment. You develop a detachment to work. By offering the results of work to Krishna, you develop detachment to the results. By offering work to Krishna, you develop detachment to the work, and then you can be fixed up in sadhana, which will give you the rasa, which is described in the 8th verse. So these are the 4 verses which talks about hierarchy. So at least you become a life member, give money, you're working hard in your office, give money for temple construction. Then what happens? No, I've given some money, let me see what's happening in the temple. So you go to the temple. Then you find on that day, there is a Rath Yatra festival going on, and there are many people who are cooking bhoga for the Lord. Because 10,000 people are going to come, and then you are standing and seeing, oh, the money where I gave, it is being properly utilized. I'm so fortunate. You're just thinking like that. Somebody comes and says, can you please help in cutting vegetables? Hey, I never cut vegetables in my house. I got 4 servants. I'm a big man. Even my wife doesn't do that. You're asking me, but the person who is dragging you to cut the vegetables is so happy. You find this person who is taking me seems to be educated and very rich person. And he's asking me to cut vegetables. And he's also doing it. How come these people who have such coming from affluent families and they're cutting vegetables? So maybe some special bliss is in that. Let me work for Krishna. So he starts. It's the 10th verse. Oh, then he starts. Okay, yeah, you are also there. Hey, wow. I thought in a temple only saffron clad people are there. Here, children are there, wives are there, ladies are there, old people are there. I think I can also do what they are doing. So then he mat karma paramo bhava. When he becomes a congregation devotee, he just tries to do what all others are doing, engage in active service. He is a chartered accountant. He comes and tells the president, the temple, don't worry, I am there on the chartered accountant, I'll take care of your accounts. He works for Krishna. And over a period of time, he says, I'm fed up with all this work and our family and all these things. Let them be there, but I want to focus on my direct devotional service. I want to get up early in the morning. So I reduce my office hours. I just go from 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock just for the sake of going. I'll go to the temple every day in the morning at 4:30, chant Hare Krishna Mantra, and then he hear the Bhagavatam. And just formality's sake, you do all the material activities. That's called sadhana bhakti. You come to the 9th verse. Then one day, Nayanam Galada Shudaraya, tears flow through your eyes. So this is the progression which Krishna gives.
Wonderful progression, Prabhu. Prabhu, what about this 12th shloka where Krishna is giving a gradation? Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasa jnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagas tyagat chantir anantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. And better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind.
This is a very controversial verse. After speaking of gradation, in the 12th verse, Krishna is not talking about a gradation, but he is just speaking, he's not speaking another gradation, he's just speaking whatever gradation he has spoken, he is reiterating it.
I see, okay.
Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. What is the meaning of jnanam here? The meaning of jnana is to relish. the sweetness of Krishna.
Okay.
Knowledge of or experiencing the sweetness of Krishna. That is better than abhyasat. Abhyasa means sadhana bhakti. Better than sadhana bhakti is what? Praya bhakti. Jnanat dhyanam vishishyate. Jnanat dhyanam vishishyate. Dhyanat karma phalatyagat. Because this dhyana, this dhyana means constant meditation on Krishna. That will make you give up karma phala tyaga. Here karma phala doesn't mean that you work and you use money for Krishna. Karma phala means the prarabdha karma. All your karmas will be completely destroyed. By how? That dhyana, which is attained at the level of prema. So it is a prema which actually destroys the karma. Then Shantiranantaram, you attain Krishna's abode. You go to the spiritual world. So, this verse actually means that.
Okay.
What is being described. Okay.
It is a little complicated. It's help to
understand. Complicated verse.
Okay.
Controversial verse too.
Yeah. So, Prabhu, I just want to go back for a second. Ninth shloka, last line. Mam ichchaptum dhananjaya. So, somebody who is performing abhyasa yoga, this last line, in this way you will develop a desire to attain to me. So, the bridge that is connecting us from abhyasa yoga to the topmost, I think you called it Raganuga Bhakti. So, from abhyasa yoga to the topmost bhakti, it is simply a matter of developing a desire.
Greed. It is a greed which makes your sadhana into raga, bhava and prema.
Okay. So that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, laulyam.
Laulyam, tatra laulyam vimulyam ekaram janma koti sukrute labhyate.
Okay. So Prabhu, when he says here in the 12th shloka, Tyaga Chantir Anantaram, one will attain peace of mind. So this peace of mind, many people ask a common question, Mataji, I'm chanting, I can't focus. Even I can't focus. That is also the thing. So we all are thinking, why am I not able to put my mind, whether it is while I'm chanting or doing so many other activities? So is this the prerequisite? Once we come to a state of peace, the mind is peaceful, then I can focus on Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then I can focus on everything else also.
The peace, what you understand by peace is not the peace what Krishna says here.
Okay.
Now tell me, were the gopis peaceful?
In one sense, no, because they were.
Shantiranantaram. They are completely disturbed by the qualities of Krishna. We are disturbed by the qualities of this world. So that is Anantara Shanti. And Shantiranantam, that where you are not disturbed by the qualities of this world, the forms of this world. You are not disturbed by Maya. You are completely there. Anantara Shanti in spiritual there is constant activity. Where Yashoda, she is always disturbed by Krishna. This is what is called Shantiranantaram. You go to the spiritual world where you are not disturbed by the modes of nature anymore.
Okay. So next, what is about to follow, the symptoms of a devotee which Krishna is glorifying in the 8 shlokas, are they the natural symptoms that will automatically arise as a way of performing bhakti?
They're both. But the primary thing is, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarver gunes tatra samasate sura. Hara bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manoratena asadi dhavato bahi. The verse says that Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana, one who practices pure devotional service, then all the divine qualities, they are manifest in that person's heart. They come and sit. Tatra samasate sura. All the good qualities, they come and sit in that person's heart. But that doesn't mean that I don't try to attain these qualities.
Okay.
Because trying to attain these qualities is part of sadhana bhakti. Though the qualities automatically come, but the endeavor to get the qualities is a sign of your love for Krishna. So somebody who is guaranteed of the salary at the end of the month, okay, I'm going to get my salary anyway at the end of the month. I'll just be peaceful. I'll not work. No, you have to work for the salary, even though you're guaranteed of the salary. So it is bhakti only which actually brings about these divine qualities. But at the same time, one has to endeavor to attain these divine qualities. Otherwise, Krishna will say, okay, you're doing bhakti, do bhakti, but I'll not give these qualities. Because you're not endeavored for that. You never showed a desire to attain these qualities. So one should perform bhakti with a constant desire to attain these qualities to become more beautiful in the eyes of Krishna.
But Prabhu, it is factual that we see it's not just only devotees who are having these qualities, but non-devotees also. They are kind, they are humble, many of them. So what is the distinction between a devotee having these qualities versus a materialist person having these qualities?
Yeah, definitely. For example, Hiranyakashipu, he was very tolerant. Do tapasya is not easy. He was very tolerant. But his tolerance was for what? So that he can attain powers by doing tapasya and then get the powers and rule the world, destroy people. So even though there are some qualities manifest in those who are not surrendered to Krishna, those who are not taken up Krishna consciousness, if their purpose of those qualities is not to serve Krishna, then these qualities are going to be called the demonic qualities only. Because Ravana also had good qualities. He was had good mind speech. But still, Haravabhaktasya kuto mahatguna. That is why among all the qualities, which make those qualities as qualities, that quality is called bhakti. Without bhakti, all the qualities are zero. Maybe big qualities, big zero. Many qualities, many zero. That one quality called bhakti, that defines other qualities. That is like Atma for the other qualities. So many schools, once I had been to a school to meet the school's principal, and then asked him that we want to take some sessions for your children. They were very happy. The principal told Swamiji, very nice. Actually, these days the children require these moral values, discipline. So we agreed upon some dates and then do the program in the school. But he told Swamiji, one thing I request. Don't speak Bhagavad Gita. Don't speak about Krishna. Don't take the name of Krishna at all. Because we are secular. Actually, they are not secular, they are secular. Sick. Secular, because they don't know the meaning of the word secular. Secular means that you give equal treatment to all religions. All religions are equal. That is what is the meaning of secular. Now, it is not that we reject Bhagavad Gita, then you become secular. You reject Krishna, then you become secular. No. Then I told, how are we going to install good qualities? Then he told, you speak about only qualities, good qualities. We want good people, good children. We don't want any spirituality. But he forgot, or he doesn't know, that is because of spirituality only, the good qualities manifest. Without spirituality, the so-called good qualities are not good qualities. Even though they are there, it will be only for a temporary period of time. Because a child will ask, why I should be good? Because the other person, my friend, he is very bad. And he is enjoying. That is what happens in all the colleges. When I joined my college in 1990, about 80% of the students, we had a batch of 130, and 80% of them, 80, 90 people of them. They are not smokers. They are non-smokers. They are not knowing what alcohol is. But within 6 months, uh, 80% of them became smokers.
Mm.
They start drinking alcohol. They are all coming from good families, discipline. The parents have trained them, and then they made them good, and given them good qualities. But it did not last. Reason is they were not told why you are to be good. They are not given the philosophy, the spiritual reason, the spirituality behind it, which supports these qualities.
Mm.
That is why they thought, why I should be good? And they gave it up. And those people who took up smoking and drinking uh, after they joined the college, they became chain smokers. They become drunkards and more than what the others were doing when they joined the college. So what does it mean? Hmm? So you try to make a person good without telling the reason for being good,
Mm.
or without giving the practice which makes his goodness develop automatically.
Mm.
That practice is bhakti. If you don't give bhakti, without bhakti, if you try to give some good qualities, after some time, he'll take up the bad qualities more than a person who is not trained in good qualities.
Mm.
It is been observed, it is a fact. So that is why bhakti becomes a substratum for holding on these good qualities.
Yeah, very true, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, now we will enter into the Bhaktashtakam section. So, Prabhu, I don't know how you want to do it. I was thinking maybe I will chant one shloka and then you can take these each qualities and you can describe to us about each of them. Is that okay?
Whatever you feel like.
Okay. अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखः सुखः क्षमी. So, Prabhu, this very first quality that Krishna is describing is Adveshta, non-enviousness towards all living entities. Of course, we talked about this briefly when we talked about Anasuya Way at the beginning of 9th chapter, I believe. So, if you want to share anything more about non-enviousness as a endearing quality for Krishna.
Adveshta sarvabhutanam. Naturally, you become, you love somebody who loves you. You are neutral to someone who is neutral to you. You hate someone who hates you.
Mm.
That is what is seen in this. But a devotee loves not only those who love him, not only those who are neutral to him, but also he loves those who hate him. That is a test of your non-enviousness. Adveshta. Not even to hate a person who hates you. That is a test of Adveshta Sarvabhutanam. So, when somebody is hating the devotee, showing some hatred, the devotee sees maybe it is because of the prarabdha. Hmm? It is the arrangement of the Lord, according to the prarabdha karma, that he is showing some hatred towards me. But that doesn't mean I show hatred towards him because my dharma I have to practice. My dharma is what? To love. This is nice story. Now, there was one sadhu who was sitting on a stone near the bank of a river and meditating, doing japa. There, he saw there was one scorpion which was climbing on to from the river, climbing uh, onto the rock, and the rock was quite hot. It was struggling. So what he did, he took the scorpion and then threw it back to the water. Then it stung him, bit him. It's very painful.
Mm.
So again it came. Again the sadhu showing some compassion and love. He was doing that again, stuck. It went on. One person asked, "Hey, what are you doing?" Ah, he said that I'm just trying to show some compassion because its life is in danger. That is why it has to go back to the water.
Mm.
But every time you are doing it, stinging you, is it not painful? Why are you helping this thing which is stinging you, which is giving pain to you? The sadhu told, see, this scorpion is executing its dharma. What is its dharma? To sting someone. And my dharma is what? To show compassion. So when even a scorpion is not giving up its dharma, then why I should give my dharma? So the dharma of the devotee is to show love. So this hatred, inimical towards him, so hatred is actually which is hatred towards the Lord. Actually, when somebody hates you, they are not hating you, they are hating Krishna. But they are not able to find Krishna to hate, to show their hatred. So they find somebody in this world to show their hatred. It happens, isn't it?
Yes.
When the boss becomes so angry on you, he starts shouting, and you cannot show your anger. So what do? You come home and show the anger on your wife. So when people have their hatred for Krishna, they just cannot tolerate Krishna. Somebody may say, they are not hating Krishna. Yes, they are hating Krishna, because if you are a devotee of Krishna, then you hate Krishna. Like a wife would tell husband that I don't love you, but neither I have any hatred for you. See, the very fact that you are somebody's wife means that you are supposed to love that person. You are not loving, your neutrality is nothing but a hatred. You don't have to hate for showing your hatred. If you don't have love, that means hatred is there. Hatred is there. This is called Adveshta Sarvabhutana Maitraha. Maitraha. He shows affection. Why? Maitri means affection. He shows his friendliness towards him because he sees that in their heart Krishna is there. Krishna is there in their heart, so I should show affection. And they are also Krishna's amshas. Whether that person knows or doesn't know, but he's my friend because we have both common father. So in this way, a devotee is friendly to everyone. Affection, maitraha, karuna. And when he sees my friend is suffering because of lack of Krishna consciousness, he shows compassion. He shows compassion. When your own friend is suffering like anything, you would go to any extent to bring him out of the suffering. That is why Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, Adveshta is connected to Maitra. Maitra is connected to Karuna. Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, Maitra, Karuna. Nirmama. His Karuna is so deep that he doesn't even bother to give anything to the other person to help him to come out of suffering, because he is not attached to anything. Nirmama, he has no possessiveness. Because of that, he is willing to give up anything for showing compassion to others. So the preaching movement is compassion. The movement of ISKCON is compassion on the living entities. So that is the only movement which can save people from those who are suffering. So a devotee is willing to give anything, everything. Houses, money, his intelligence, his time, his body, everything. Because he is not attached. For what? Showing karuna. Nirmamo, nirahankaraha. Because of your work, that person who comes out of suffering and becomes happy and say, oh, thank you very much. It is because of you only I have become nice, I'm happy, and expresses the gratitude towards you. Nirahankara, I don't think, yes, it is because of me. He doesn't think so. Nirahankara. And then he's at the same time, Nirmamo Nirahankaraha Samadukha Sukhaha. Samadukha Sukhaha. See, when you are doing any activity of compassion in this world, showing compassion in this world, then what happens is you are going to suffer a lot. Any good work you do, there will be a lot of suffering. That is the nature of this world. There will be a lot of obstacles. So he is sama dukkha sukha. Dukkha and sukha in both sama. Because he knows that I am not interested in my own sukha or dukkha. I am interested in the sukha of Krishna. What is sukha of Krishna? Seeing others practicing bhakti. So for that sake, I am willing to do anything. Sama dukkha sukha. Now, the most important thing is shama. Sama dukkha shami. He is tolerant. See, what does the Prakriti teach thee? A baby is crying loudly, loudly. Mother comes out of great love, takes the baby and feeds the baby. The baby is very happy, smiling. Now, what does the baby do after getting the strength of drinking the milk? The baby kicks the same breast of the mother from which the baby drank the milk. So that is how the world is. When you feed somebody and then really deliver the person from miseries because of your great endeavor, you help the person, you did all the things possible, you gave up everything for that person. That person, he gives you up.
Too much truth to handle, Prabhu. So many things you are sharing.
Gives you up. That is the nature of this world. You see, so many old age homes, what were they?
Yeah.
What all the parents did to send their children to USA. But now the parents send the children send their parents to old age home. Go there. Go to a jail. So, sama dukkha kshami. So, in that, kshama, tolerate, forgive. Sama dukkha kshami. So, he tolerates. So, these are the qualities, devotee, which are described in the 13th verse.
Beautiful, Prabhu. Let's continue this series. Santushtaha satatam yogi yatatma dhrida nishchayah mayi arpita mano buddhir yo mad bhakta same priyah. So, santushtaha satatam yogi, a devotee is always satisfied in every respect.
See, a devotee is always satisfied because he has the teachings of his guru, which are his treasure. He has the scriptures as his treasure. Now, for example, somebody comes to your house and steals the sofa, the chairs, TV, fridge. You're not worried because your tijori, you're safe. All the gold ornaments, what you kept, they are safe with you. You're not much bothered about it. You're satisfied. Let it go, take it, no problem. In the same way, now tell me, what can be a loss for a devotee? Because his treasure is his Krishna consciousness, his knowledge, that is his treasure. So, because he treasures the real treasure, he is always satisfied because he is having that real treasure and that is increasing. Maybe other things have gone, no problem. But his real treasure of Krishna consciousness is increasing at every step. He's not bothered about it. Some kachara has gone, what is the problem? Kachara has gone. But the treasure is with me. And this treasure nobody can steal. Only one person can steal. You yourself. Your pramada, your intention, that only can steal. So you be careful, you are attentive about what treasure you have. So satisfaction comes when you value the real treasure, that is Krishna consciousness. If something is not, you are not bothered about because you have it. You have real treasure, which cannot be stolen by anyone. The only person who can steal that real treasure is yourself by your inattention. Santushtaha satatam yogi. Santushta satatam yogi. Satatam yogi. What is the meaning of satatam yogi? He is always a yogi. He is always guarding the real treasure of service to Krishna. Yathatma dridhanishchayaha. What is the meaning of yathatma dridhanishchayaha? He is self-controlled. Self-controlled. So what is the meaning of self-controlled? Self-controlled means not that You don't do anything. I'm self-controlled. No. When you say the car is under my control, what does it mean?
It's
You're just
moving
sitting
in.
in the car and holding the steering and you're not doing anything. The car is stationary. No. The car is moving in the proper direction. That means you're engaging your mind and senses in the proper direction. That is in service of Krishna. That is called self-control. Santusta satam yogi yatatma dridhanistyeha. Yatatma dridhanistyeha. What is the meaning of dridhanistyeha? He is fixed in determination. What is the meaning of determination? That what I am doing, bhakti, that is the best process, and definitely this process is going to give me the ultimate benefit. So I don't have to look at something else, some alternative for my life. This life is meant to serve Hari, and no matter any amount of challenges may come, I am not going to deviate from the bhajan. That is called Dridhanishchaya. And then comes Maya Arpita Mano Buddhir. Maya Arpita Mano Buddhir. Offering mind and intelligence to me. Such a devotee, what does Krishna say? Mad Bhaktaha Same Priyaha. Same Priyaha, he is dear to me. So Maya Arpita Mano Buddhir. See, it is easy to offer external objects. You may give some money to Krishna. You may give some articles to Krishna. You may give some time to Krishna. But to offer mind and intelligence, that is very difficult. Even though you're doing so many things for Krishna, mind is going somewhere else, is trying to release some sense objects. And intelligence is also thinking how to enjoy this. To give up the enjoying capacity by seeing the objects of this world. And then just try to give only enjoyment to Krishna. That is a very last thing, very difficult thing to do. The gopis did it. In this way, Maya Arpita Manobuddhi, such a devotee is very dear to Krishna. What to speak of that? If somebody gives you something, then you become, that person becomes dear to you. By service, that person becomes dear. Love develops. So Krishna says, such qualities in my devotees makes me love him. So bhakti, practice of chanting, etc., that develops love in our heart for Krishna. But the qualities you develop by bhakti, these qualities, that makes Krishna develop love for you. That is what is the subject here.
Fantastic, Prabhu. So beautiful. So moving on to the next shloka, Prabhu. Yasmanno dvijate loko, lokano dvijate chayah, harsha marsha bhayodvegair, mukto yasacha me priyaha. He for whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anxiety, who is steady in happiness and distress is very dear to me. So I'm eager to know your thoughts on this, Prabhu.
So now, in this verse, Krishna talks about just one quality. Yasman no dvijate loko, lokan no dvijate chayah, harsha marsha bhayodvegair, yaha sachame priyaha, mukto sachame priyaha. So, what is the first point here? One who doesn't agitate others, nor is agitated by others. Let me take the second point first. Sometimes people say, oh yeah, I'm very disturbed. He is disturbing me. As much as you disturbing the other person is a crime, you being disturbed is also a bigger crime.
Wow.
So you may say he's a criminal because he's disturbing me. But you're a bigger criminal because you're disturbed. So, disturbance, as much as causing disturbance is a crime, being disturbed is also a crime. Why you are disturbed? Because you gave some importance to somebody else other than Krishna.
Wow.
You gave is importance to that person. Somebody came and started shouting at you, you nonsense, you idiot, you that. Why at all you give importance to his words?
Mm.
You should be thinking of Krishna's words.
Mm.
You should be thinking of Bhagavatam. So you being disturbed is actually a bigger crime.
Mm.
Hmm. Of course, you disturbing other person, that is also crime. Because you disturb other person because of what? Because the other person disturbed you. I want to see tit for tat, all these things happen.
Mm.
So, even though the other person becomes a cause of disturbance for you, you should see that he is ignorant.
Mm.
And that should manifest compassion in you.
Mm.
So actually, to teach a very obedient child is very easy.
Yeah.
But to teach a naughty child is more difficult.
Right.
Rather, the naughty child requires more of your attention, more of your compassion.
Mm.
The person who disturbs you is the recipient of your mercy. He requires more attention of yours. So many times people disturb you because they want attention from you.
Mm. Very true.
So agitated. Yasman no dijite loko, lokan no dijite yaha. Harsha marsha bhayodvegair. Harsha marsha bhayodvegair. Harsha means happiness, joy. Amarsha means
Distress.
harsha, amarsha, bhaya, udvega. Amarsha, amrisha means actually jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
Jealousy. Bhaya means fear. Udvega means anxiety. So, one who is devoid of what? Harsha, amarsha, bhayodvega, udvega, he gives up. Yasman no dite loko, lokan no dite yaha. Harsha, amarsha, bhayodvega, mukto. One who is mukta. Very interesting. What is the meaning of harsha? Means when you get something which you wanted, then you become so happy, elated. I got it, I won. When what you wanted, somebody else get it.
Mm.
Just cannot tolerate. How I got it?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you are peaceful without it. So what happened? You wanted it, you did not get. You should be unhappy about it. But now your unhappiness is not because you did not get what you wanted, but your unhappiness is because somebody else got it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else has it. That is why Amarsha means intolerant of seeing others enjoying. Parautkarshanam asahanam. So you should give it up because there will be always something which you don't have and others have.
Mm.
There will be always somebody who is richer than you. There is always somebody who is more powerful than you. There is always somebody who is more intelligent than you. There is always somebody who is more happy than you. You may be happy than others, but your happiness gets destroyed because of seeing others happy. That is called amarsha. That person can never be happy in this world, so you should give it up because it's very difficult to perform bhakti. Harsha, marsha. Then you have something with you and you have fear, I may lose it. First is becoming too elated because you got something. Something is becoming too depressed because somebody else got it. Now, as soon as you get something, you become so happy, but that happiness, so-called harsha, is destroyed because of fear that somebody may take it. Like when you give an apple to a monkey, that one. Comes and takes because happy, but looks like this. Somebody will comment like he starts eating fast, fast. He's not enjoying the apple or banana. Just trying to put everything in the mouth so somebody will take it. So you will, the joy is whatever so-called material joy what you got is short-lived because of your fear. Harsha, Marsha, Bhayo, Udvega. Udvega means I will do something now. If I don't do, I may lose my position. That's called Udvega, anxiety. I will do something. Harsha, Marsha, Bhayo, Udvega. So, these are the four states of consciousness, of material consciousness. Harsha, Amarsha, Maya, Udvega. So, a devotee gives it up. So, when a devotee gives up these things, then Krishna says, what does he say? Mukto yaha rajame priyaha, rajame priyaha is there to me.
Wonderful, wonderful. So next to Prabhu, anapekshaha shuchirdaksha udasino gatavyatah sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhakta same priyaha.
Anapeksha suchi daksha udasina gatavyatah sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhaktaha same priyaha. Now few more verses, few more qualities. Anapekshaha. What is the meaning of anapekshaha? Without any expectation. See, we become dejected because of expectation from somebody else and by yourself also. You write an examination and you are expecting 90, but you got only 80, you get dejected. And somebody you thought somebody will help you, they not help you, you get dejected. Recently asked somebody, how are you? Prabhuji, I got what I wanted, but I am very dejected because I was expecting a lot of help from you. You did not do that. You did not help me. So even though he became successful, he got what he wanted, then he said that, oh, I'm happy that I got it, but you did not help. Actually, one devotee wanted some a new mobile for his preaching purposes. So then after a week, I went to the temple and then asked, how are you? Everything's fine. You got your mobile? I got the mobile. You still did. What happened to you? You got your mobile, huh? No, I got the mobile. I asked that devotee. He arranged that mobile for me after so much. I told you so many times. You did not arrange. And, I worked hard. Then I told him. I only told the devotee to give. I said, oh, then fine. I'm very happy. So just see. Even though he wanted the mobile, he should be happy for that. But when your expectations for someone is not up to the mark, the others don't live up to your expectations. And just see how the conditioned consciousness thinks that everybody should live up to my expectations. I expect this thing from him, and I expected this from my spiritual master, my guru. He should have done this. Should have done like that. So, no, don't have any expectations. So, anapekshaha, whatever comes around in the court is accepted without expectation.
How can we even live without expectations, Prabhu? Zero expectations.
Because nobody can live up to your expectations. So then why expect? Because Krishna, nobody is living up to Krishna's expectations. Krishna is expecting man manava mad bhakta madhyayivam. Maya manava swayam. He is expecting from us. So when you are not able to live up to somebody's expectation, Krishna's expectation, Guru's expectation, how can you expect others should live up to? You did not live up to my expectation. I was expecting a lot from you. Somebody is also expecting from you. isn't it? When you don't live up to somebody's expectation, you don't have the right to think that others should live up to your expectation. Manapeksha Suchi. Suchi means simple cleanliness. Cleanliness doesn't mean you are externally clean, but internally also clean. That you chant Hare Krishna also to be internally clean. But external cleanliness helps in internal cleanliness. Take bath and then be pure. So Suchi means clean, not only clean but also pure. There is a lot of difference between cleanliness and purity. Cleanliness and purity. You may have somebody serving you food in a very clean plate, but it is plastic plate.
Oh.
So it may be clean but not pure. Somebody may be serving you food in a banana leaf. So because of some, it's been just cut from the tree and it's there in the garden, and they're serving you some rice and sambar in it, and you find there's some black, some mud is there, and some maybe some gobar. It is not clean, but it is pure. Of course, it should be clean also at the same time pure. So there is a lot of difference between that. When you say Suchi, it refers to purity. It is not just some cleanliness. It's not external cleanliness, purity. Daksha. Daksha means what? Expert. What is the meaning of expert? I expert cook, or expert singer. No. The word Daksha refers to expertise in understanding the scripture.
Oh.
That is called Daksha. He's expert in understanding the scriptures. He can deliberate on the meaning of the scriptures. That is called Daksha. Expertise. If somebody has that expertise, other expertise may follow, may not follow. But you'll get people who have that expertise. That you don't worry about that. So expertise means that. Daksha, Suchi, Daksha. Then Udasino. Udasina. What is the meaning of Udasina? Neutral. He is Udasina. Udasina Tishtati. He is very neutral. The devotee is very neutral. He doesn't take sides, opinions. Oh, this political party. Oh, this party. No, Israel is wrong or Hamas is wrong. Who is right? Who is wrong? Both are wrong only because both are not Krishna conscious. So that is called Udasina. Not to take extreme sides. Only take Krishna side. That's all. Udasina, neutral. Gatavyataha. Even though somebody has done something wrong unto you, Gatavyataha, you're not distressed. On the other hand, Sarvabandha Prityagi. He gives up all the attempts of material progress. But that doesn't mean he doesn't do some attempt for something for spiritual progress. So that is why Sarvaramba Parityagi. He gives up all the endeavors. This verse.
Okay. So moving to the next one, Prabhu. Yo na hrishyati na dveshti na shochati na kankshati shubha parityagi bhakti manya same priyaha.
Yo na harshati na dveshti na kankshati na sochati na kankshati shubha parityagi bhaktiman same priyaha. Krishna is somewhat repeating this point of not to be too elated in happiness, not to be completely carried away with distress. This point Krishna speaks right from the beginning till the end.
Yes.
Matras prashat kaunteya sita ushna sukha dukkada agama payanitya santiksha bharata. So only a person who is on that level, naharshati, nadveshti, nadveshti, he doesn't have any dvesha for something which is giving him trouble. Only a person who has his qualities of yona harshati nadveshti, only he can have this quality of na shochati, na kankshati.
Mm.
Lamentation means to think of some loss in the past and suffer now. Kankshati means to think of something may be lost in the future and suffer now.
Mm.
That is called hankering. Oh,
Mm.
I don't have it. Whether I'm going to get or not, you suffer with. That is called only a person who is practicing na harshati, na harshati, na dveshti can become na sochati, na kanchati. Shubha, Shubha Parityagi. Both Shubha and Ashubha Parityagi. Because in this world, whether you do punya or papa, both are bonding.
Mm.
Both are cause of bondage.
Mhm.
Both are the
Prabhu.
cause of bondage.
Okay. Okay. So, Prabhu, this theme of equanimity continues through the next shloka also. Samashatrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamanayoho shitoshna sukha dukkeshu samasanga vivarjitaha. I'll read of the next one also. Tulya nindastu tirmauni santushto yena kenachit aniketa sthiramatihi bhaktiman me priyo naraha.
So, Sama Shatrau cha mitre cha tata manapamanayoho. Again, equality is stressed again. Shitosha Sukudukeshu tata manapamanayoho. Equanimity is the subject matter, as I told, it's like a current which passes through the entire Bhagavad Gita. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na Sochitane Kankati, Saman Sarveshu Bhuteshu, Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. So that also Krishna says, Mad Bhaktim Labate, for whom one is equal. When somebody got knowledge, Tadvidya Pranipadene Pariprashne Sevapradikshite Jnanam Jnana Taptadarshinaha. Jnanina Taptadarshinaha, because he is in the truth, he will give the truth. Once you got the truth, what is the symptom? Evam gyatva na punarmoham evam yashasi pandava. Yena bhutan aseshani drakshasi atmanitum. You see all the living entities. That drakshasi atmani eto mahi. Drakshasi atmani eto mahi. He sees everybody in the neutral vision. That's the point. So samam same sama shatrecha mitrecha tata manapamanayo sitaushna sukha dukkeshu samaha sangavarjitaha. The main principle is sangavarjitaha. Sangavarjitaha means he is devoid of all asat sanga. If you are able to give up asat sanga and then you are able to maintain satsanga, it is very easy to nourish these qualities. Easy to nourish these qualities. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Tulya ninda stutir mauni. Tulya ninda stuti. When somebody criticizes you, when somebody praises you, in both situations, you are same. Tulya ninda stutir mauni. Santushtaha yena kenachit. He is very satisfied. Santushtaha, he is santushta. Santushta means what? Satisfied with whatever he has. Aniketaha. He doesn't have any attachment for his house. Tiramatihi. Mind is very much fixed in Krishna consciousness. Bhaktiman. And most important quality is what? Bhaktiman. He has bhakti for me. So such a person is what? Me priyo naraha. He is very priya for me. Somebody may say, so many qualities Krishna has spoken, they are repeated. So there is no fault in that repetition. Because when it is repeated, it indicates two things. Number one, it is very important. Number two, it is so rare.
Okay. From one thing about Sangha Vivarjitaha, when you say give up all Asat Sangha, but for many people in their office, they are dealing with non-devotee colleagues, boss, Even in general people, our milk person, grocery store person, they're all non-devotees only. We are dealing with them day to day. How do we deal with them?
Yeah, definitely. We deal with them, but not associate with them. Rather give association with them. So dealing is different, association is different.
Okay.
The best way to be very safe is to give association. Like you have milkman coming every day and then giving you milk. He says good morning or something else. You say Hare Krishna. So after a few days, he will also say Hare Krishna. So in the colleague in your office, so he says, hi, how are you? Thank you. Let's go to a movie today. How are you? Are you please? Yes, yes. I would have liked to come, but I'm going to the temple today because of my daughter's birthday or son's birthday or my husband's birthday. Oh, you go to temple? Where do you go? Which temple you go? Then you go. Let's get the opportunity to speak to him. So like that, if you find an opportunity to spread Krishna consciousness to anybody and everybody whom you see, whomever you meet, that keeps your asat sanga tyaga. You give up your asat sanga in spite of the asat people with you.
Very nicely explained. So the last shloka of chapter number 12. Ye tu dharmyamritamidam yathoktam paryupasate shraddadhana matparama bhaktastetiva me priyaha. He who follows this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engages himself with faith, making me the supreme goal, is very, very dear to me. Ativa me priyaha. So please.
So what is Krishna like in a devotee? Steadiness. Yedu dharmamridam ythoktam paryupasate shraddadhana mat parama bhaktastetiva me priyaha. So this is called being steady. Yathoktam paryupasate. Dharmamritamidam. Paryupasate means by taking shelter of me, one who is very steady. It is not that today he is showing so much of bhakti and tomorrow some qualities are missing. No, not like that. He is very steady. So what matters in bhakti is steadiness, nishtha, that you practice it every day without fail. Not that one day too much, one day nothing. It's not like that. So if somebody does that practice of bhakti with great steadiness, paripasade, dharmamrutamidam, especially this dharma called bhakti, which produces amrita called qualities. The qualities are like amrita. Bhakti is like the churning. When you churn curd, you get butter in the same way. When you churn, bhakti is like the churning and qualities manifest. Actually, very difficult to tame, but still, whatever I have spoken to you till now, right from the beginning till then, Shraddadhana Bhakta Sativa Me Priyaha, those who faithfully. What is it, faith? That if I Krishna Bhakti Karlen, Sarva Karma Kutahai. If I am practicing bhakti, all the qualities manifest automatically. Mat Paramaha. So how you should do Krishna Bhakti? Being completely absorbed in. They are very dear to me. So not only just dear, they are the most dear to me because they are steadily doing that. So Krishna is controlled by devotees. Controlled by devotees. Now, especially when the devotees have these qualities, that captivates Krishna's heart. Like that qualities makes are the ornaments for the devotees. When somebody is beautiful, but when that person wears ornaments, become more beautiful. So Krishna is captivated by the beauty of the devotees, beauty of devotion of the devotee. But when the devotee is decorated with these ornaments, these qualities, then becomes more attractive. So that is the purpose of this whole chapter.
Very beautiful. So one question regarding this. If somebody is practicing devotion, they're chanting, they're part of ISKCON, let's say Krishna consciousness, for years, even maybe decades. But if they are not developing these qualities, then what are they doing wrong?
they have gone wrong somewhere. That is why these qualities are not being developed.
Mhm.
Most of the reasons, in most of the cases, they are offending devotees. Offenses are the cause of these problems. Offenses are the cause of this problem. Nothing else.
Mm.
When you are practicing Krishna consciousness seriously without offending, you should be very careful about not offending devotees.
Mm.
That is the only thing.
Okay. Okay. So in Bhagavatam it is said, perform tivrena bhakti yogena. So what does that tivrata in bhakti? How does that manifest, that intensity?
The intensity is manifested when you are doing bhakti every day without fail. That is called intensity.
Okay.
It is not that one day you are very intense, other day you're gone. Today is Nirjala Ekadashi, I'm going to chant 192 rounds and then not even water, very tivra, only to sleep the whole day next day.
Mhm.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful, Prabhu. Very, very, very nice. Prabhu, whenever I think of these qualities, the first thing that comes to my mind is Chaitanya Charitamrita. The first time when I read Chaitanya Charitamrita, for me it was like, oh, all these amazing devotees in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they demonstrate these qualities. They are like exemplifying, they are the embodiment of these qualities. So for today's Brahmastra, I thought, why not I mention a few of those devotees from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I want to hear from you glorifying these devotees. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That's
So,
right.
yeah. So the very first devotee is Vasudeva Datta.
Compassion. Vasudeva Datta's compassion was so much that he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that let me take all the sins which people have committed uh, and you deliver everyone. Then, by the request of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vasudeva Datta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered everyone in this world. That's the compassion what he has.
Okay, very nice. Next one is Raghav Pandit.
Raghav Pandit, Raghavera Joli. So, what quality which he manifested? He used to feed the devotees. Isn't it?
Mhm.
Damayanti was his sister, and she made so many things. That is Vaishnava Seva. He was very exemplary in Vaishnava Seva, especially when he was traveling. He made everyone cook for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
Mhm.
and he would take in yatra to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they would feed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They also made sure other devotees also got called Raghav Pandit, Raghavera Joli.
Mm.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to take prasadam in his house and
Right.
feeding, only accept after feeding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Right. Okay. The next Shivananda Sen.
Another epitome of Vaishnava Seva. He would take care of everyone, including a dog.
Mm.
When the yatra would go along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and one dog also came along. So one person told, the boat was told, I cannot take this dog. No, I'll pay for it also. Somehow it so happened that one day the dog got lost. Then he went to search for the dog, find out. So even a dog is important in uh, in the association of devotees. You have to take care of a dog also, what to speak of others.
Correct.
Caring.
Yes. Yes. Next one is Prataparudra Maharaj.
Prataparudra. He was so much uh, had so much of desire to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and get the mercy of Chaitanya. To get the mercy of Chaitanya, he tried so much, but he could not. No, I'm not going to meet, I'm not going to meet. Then requested Prataparudra. Prataparudra, King Prataparudra, he requested Ravananda Rai.
Mm.
So Prataparudra, he requested Ravananda Rai. Then you asked about Prataparudra only, no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Raman Rai. Raman Rai somehow he told Mahaprabhu that you got a king who is such a great devotee, please give some. No, I cannot give. Then he was advised that you give up your king's position and take a normal dress and then go to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So to meet Chaitanya, Prataparudra, though the king, he took up a menial dress. It shows that he was not attached to the kingship. That is Prataparudra. Then only one can get the mercy. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and started reciting Gopi Gita. Mahaprabhu told, oh, go on singing, go on singing, go on singing. When he came to this verse, Tavakatamrita, immediately Mahaprabhu hugged Prataparudra. But to get the mercy of Chaitanya, you should give up attachment. Yes.
Murari Gupta.
Murari Gupta. He what should I say about him?
His staunch devotion to Lord Rama. He always worshipped only Lord Rama.
Yeah. Yeah, he worshipped Lord Ram. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, worship Krishna. He told, no, I cannot give. But still, I tried my best, he told. But still he could not. Then Mahaprabhu told, okay, you have your affection for Ram, you have your affection for Ram.
Yeah. Jagadananda Pandit, Satyabhama's incarnation.
Oh, Jagadananda Pandit. He just could not tolerate the Lord performing austerities. Became very angry also. So he brought so much for the offering to the Lord. The Lord said, no, I am a sannyasi. Then he became angry. To reduce the anger of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to come to him and then pacify him by taking prasadam from him, accepting prasadam from him. That is Jagadananda Pandit.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, his love for Chaitanya was so much that Chaitanya was afraid of dissatisfying him. So he was afraid and then told, I want to go to South India. Then Sarvabhauma told, no, Lord, how can I tolerate separation from you? You stay in my house for some time. In this way, Sarvabhauma, to satisfy him, Mahaprabhu changed his mind, stayed for some time, then went to South India. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told Sarvabhauma that because of Krishna's mercy, you are delivered from this path of jnana and you took up devotion. Then Sarvabhauma told, that is not because of Krishna's mercy. It is your mercy, which came through the means of Gopinath Acharya, who is my brother-in-law. So he recognized that Krishna's mercy is only received through the devotees. So,
okay. Haridas Thakur.
Oh, Haridas Thakur was beaten 24 marketplaces. But he was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And he was in bliss. They are thinking, if this kind of beatings would have happened to somebody else, they would have died. Why are you not dying? If you don't die, the Kaji will kill us. Then Haridas Thakur told, okay. He showed compassion unto those who are, he was tolerant, at the same time showed compassion to those who are. He said, okay, if that is the case, I will act as if I am dead. You go and tell your Kaji that I am dead. So then the king told, okay, now since he is dead, now we have to do the cremation. And other person told, no. What is cremation and all? He is a Hindu. He should be thrown in Ganga. We should not give him the honor of being cremated according to Muslim rites. He threw him in Ganga. So he showed compassion and he forgave them and also forgot them. He forgot that they have beaten him. Ultimately, he was very compassionate to those who harmed him.
Swarup Damodar.
Swarup Damodar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu practically he handed over all his devotees to Swarup Damodar. And then he said, Superior Raghunath. Raghunath Das Goswami came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Raghunath, now you will be under Sarup Damodar. So, Sarup Damodar, he was great intimate associate Chaitanya, and his incarnation of Lalita Saki, who was very much concerned with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's emotions, and he used to sing from Gita Govindam for the pleasure of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to manage his emotions. So his devotion is so great that he was allowed to manage the emotions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, pacify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's transcendental emotions.
Raya Ramanand.
Same counterpart of Sarup Damodar, Vishaka Saki's incarnation. Raya Ramanand, his quality, he used diplomacy in Krishna's service to bring Prataprudra close to Chaitanya. So he glorified the qualities of devotees in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to change the mind of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So diplomacy can be used in Krishna's service to bring a devotee closer to Krishna.
So Rai Ramanand is Lalita Saki, Vishaka Saki, Swarup Damodar is Lalita Saki. So let's go to Radharani, that is Gadadhar Pandit.
Gadadhar Pandit. Gaur Gadadhar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit always had this affection, conjugal affection for Chaitanya. At the same time, considered himself to be the servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Godram Deepa, Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about Gaur Gadadhara. In Godram Deep, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does pastimes with Gadadhar Pandit. The worship of Gaur Gadadhar is according to the Raga Bhakti, and worship of Gadadhar Pandit gives you distaste to this material existence. That is special potential which Gadadhar Pandit has.
Okay. Last one, Srivas Thakur.
Complete dependence on Krishna. And somebody asked Srivas Thakur, somebody told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Srivas Thakur is not caring for his own family, for his maintenance and all, not caring for his family. So then, not caring for his family at all. And so Mahaprabhu went and told us, Srivas, you are a grahastha, you are supposed to do some earning and take care of your family. And Srivas Thakur clapped. 1, 2, 3. Hey, what is this clapping? And Srivas Thakur told, oh Lord, if I have some requirement and my family has some requirement, I clap once. Krishna provides, well and good. If he doesn't provide, I'll clap another time. If he provides, well and good. Otherwise, I'll clap one more time and then jump into Ganga. Because he has so much of faith that if somebody is doing bhajan, then Krishna would definitely care for his maintenance. Yogakshemam Mahamyaham. He had complete faith in Krishna would take care of his needs, in material needs.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, these shlokas, especially the Bhaktastakam, many times I have read, I have chanted, tried to memorize, I have explained, tried to explain also. But the way you have explained, I can only say one thing, that man who you met in the airport, what he said, I want to repeat, out of the world. It's too good. So thank you, Prabhu, for your out of the world explanation on these beautiful shlokas. It's very, very, very profound. So I'm very, very grateful to that. Grateful for that. Thank you, Prabhu. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, many a times as practicing devotees, we have a question, how do I know that I'm progressing in devotion? At what level am I? So this chapter, so it holds a mirror to our devotion and shows us where exactly we are and what we need to do to progress. And we ourselves can testify if we are progressing or not. So we all want to become dear to Krishna. So here we go. These are the qualities that we need to develop in us so we can all become dear to Krishna. I hope this episode serves as an inspiration and as a guiding light under the super excellent explanation of Sri Kamala Lochan Prabhu. So I hope you take inspiration from this and join us for the next episode also. We have already completed the Karma Yoga section, first 6 chapters, Bhakti Yoga section, the middle 6 chapters. Next, we are going to go into a rather technical section, the Jnana Yoga section. But not to worry, we have the guidance of Kamala Lochan Prabhu. I'm sure he's going to simplify it in a way that we can all understand it very nicely. So see you in the next episode, chapter 13, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Until then, stay inquisitive and stay Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.